Hi everyone, this video today is a sort of attachment, or let's say a further elaboration on my other videos concerning the third eye and clairvoyance in the bigger sense. And the reason I'm making it is that I've received lots of messages from interested and curious people wanting to know whether leaving out meat, leaving alcohol and all these things aside means that they're going to be clairvoyant. And up to now I've only sort of touched this whole topic in my videos because it's a very wide and very complex spectrum we're talking about here. So I'm very much hoping I'll be able to answer your question properly with this video. So when talking about the third eye, yes, it is part of our etheric body, it is part of our etheric physiology, and thereby we all have the basic prerequisite for clairvoyance. However, clairvoyance is an innate gift. It's an active sense that we have from birth on, or we don't. And people who are clairvoyant by birth have probably already made their first experiences with these abilities they have during childhood. It's a very classic phenomenon that people have it during childhood. They have dreams, they have visions, they see things that other people can't see, and they know what's going to happen. So all these sort of things, and even though some people choose not to use their abilities, their innate gift, because maybe they're scared or it just doesn't fit their lifestyle, their belief system or anything, they will know that they have them because again, they probably have already experienced these abilities during childhood or maybe even later, but people usually are aware of it, and it's up to them whether they make something of it or not, whether they want to use them or not. And at the same time, this means that people who are not clairvoyant by birth can't acquire clairvoyance just by, changing their lifestyle, changing their habits, leaving meat, leaving alcohol. So I'm very sorry guys to answer a question like that right in the beginning, but it's something that's very important to understand and to know, because clairvoyance is a very precious gift that the spirit world and that our soul give us, and that needs to be handled with great care and with great responsibility. And it's beyond our control whether we are going to acquire clairvoyance in this lifetime or not. And I'm talking about this lifetime, I'm also talking about past lives, which also come into play when talking about this whole topic here. Yes, we've all been here before, we've had lots of incarnations, we're old souls, and whether we like it or not, we have sort of gathered karma in our past incarnations, which until now, until this lifetime here, until this incarnation, our current one, is influencing us. It influences our lives, it influences the people we meet, the things that happen to us, the things that don't happen to us, and all that. Luckily, though, now we live in an age where the spirit world allows us to work on karma, to resolve it, but only to a certain extent, and only to the extent that our souls find it necessary and want us to do it. So, just to illustrate what I'm trying to convey here as an example, let's say we've had lots of incarnations, past incarnations, in which we have gathered negative karma concerning clairvoyance. Let's say we were clairvoyant in many past lives, but we've not used it in a good sense. Let's say we were selfish, greedy people who were involved with something dark, let's say who've used their clairvoyance for dark purposes. So that means that having this negative karma from past lives concerning clairvoyance will very likely affect our state regarding clairvoyance in this life as well, and it's very likely that the spirit world then will not allow us to be clairvoyant in this life now, even though we really want it. But the negative karma still influences it, and the spirit world and our soul will know whether having the gift in this life is something that would be good for us, that would serve our path in life, and whether we would use it with great care, with for light purposes, for the good of our planet, for helping other people and all that, or whether we're doing it for selfish reasons, whether we want to manipulate people, whether we just want to make lots of money with it, and all these things. So what also comes into play is the motive, our intention behind it. Why do we want clairvoyance now? What would we do with it? And even though we would probably say we want it for good reasons, we don't really know sometimes, or probably we do, what's really behind it. And the spirit world and our soul, of course, they can look into our heart and they will know what the sponsoring thought behind all this is, and whether we would use it for good reasons or not. So they have their last say. They know what we would do with it, whether it's part of our path in this lifetime, whether it's part of the higher plan to be clairvoyant or not. So don't be sad if the spirit world or your soul don't decide for you to be clairvoyant. That'll be for a good reason. Either it is karma, or they know it's not useful for you in this lifetime, and they'll probably give you other abilities, or it's something that might happen at some later point in your life. You never know. But concerning all these tips I gave in the other videos, keep practicing anyway, and you will see whether there's something within you, whether you have this innate gift, and you can then support it by these suggestions I gave, or you don't have it. But don't be sad, it is for a good reason. Your soul wants the best for you, and the spirit world too, and it's up to them to decide whether it is given to you or not, whether it's active or not, and it's very likely they will give you other abilities in this lifetime. Alright guys, I hope this answered your question well, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.